so that way we've got it. All right, welcome. It is yoga time. I think this is week 4, so whatever it is, it's September 7th, but we are going to go ahead and get started. If you have a chair you need to stand next to, we'll do some postures. If you're seated in the chair, that's fine. Just keep moving, and I'll give you some of those accommodations to think about with the chair. But we're all going to start with the breathing exercise, and it's super simple, but you're going to use, I'm going to show you real quick, your hand, and it's called 5-finger breath. So great tool to bring calmness. Maybe you're at the doctor's office and you're just waiting, so you can mimic this anywhere. You're going to open up one hand, the opposite hand, you're going to take your index finger, and that's kind of your guide. So let's start with our finger at the base of your thumb on the other hand. So we inhale to go up through the nose, exhale out the nose to go down. Let's trace all of our fingers. Inhale up, exhale down. Nice and slow, no rushing. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Let's just go ahead and do the other side, make it even. So inhale up, exhale, inhale, slow exhale, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale up, exhale down. So you just did 10 nice, smooth, controlled breaths. So again, 5-finger breathing technique just to practice anywhere, calmness, stillness, peace, whatever you need. All right, so we're gonna start standing. I have my chair here just as that bit of assistance whenever we need it. But let's get into our mountain pose, all right? So we are going to stand up tall. Make sure you've got some space around you that you kind of are aware of your settings. You got your feet, if you're barefoot, hopefully kind of squeezing down to the ground, squeezing up through the legs, the tummy, the glutes, standing up nice and tall. So we're in our mountain pose, Tadasana. It's a fun posture to start with each day. Just kind of draw the shoulders back, try to get your spine long. Taking just a couple of nice mindful breaths in and out. Just kind of, again, feeling if you had your heart rate kind of build up to stand, you start to lower it back down. So just do a couple more breaths like that. All right, now we're going to bring the palms back behind us. We're going to actively reach up and out through the arms with our breath. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, press down. Good, let's do a few more. Inhale, lift. Only as high as you safely can. Exhale, press down. Let's do 2 more like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, 1 more this way. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's change it up. We're going to do a second set. Inhale up. This time exhale, open the arms out. And then bring the palms back down. Transition, inhale up. Open the hands. Bring the arms down. Good, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms down 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then release. Come back to center. Maybe roll the shoulders back. Get your spine long. All right, so we're going to separate our feet. Now, you have the chair in front of you just as you need it. I'm going to set it aside so you can just get a nice visual. Now, my feet, if I could think maybe a little bit wider than my shoulders, I'm going to bring my big toes in a little bit. So notice if you naturally have your toes out, just kind of bring them in. We're just going to get onto our spine a little bit. So start by bringing your hands to your hips. Make sure they're not twisted. You're going to press your hips. I'm going to go to the left. All right, so when I feel a little stretch there on the right thigh, again, the chair can be in front of you for balance, but I'm feeling that my hips haven't twisted. I want to keep them nice and even. Think about squeezing in through your inner thighs, your ankles, pulling the belly button in tight so you're nice and strong here. Now, my hips are pressing left. Let's lift our left arm up and over gently towards the right. So I still have my right hand here just to feel, okay, I'm not sinking down. I want to squeeze my right side to help open the left side. So you can have the hand stay, you can bring the right arm down. Just take a few moments here to breathe. Let your head relax. Still squeezing in through that core muscle, right side body. Take another inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, maybe reaching over. Keep pressing the hips to the left. Let's do it one more time. Big breath in and out. All right, release. Come back to center with the arm, with the legs. I mean, I feel a little tingling, right, to that left arm because I had it lifted. Now let's try it the other way. So start if you can. Hand on the hips, or maybe have a hand on the chair. We're going to press our hips now to the right. So you want to just feel a natural tendency is to kind of just shift the weight a little bit. So keep your feet drawn to the floor. Keep your hips even so they're not twisted at all. And now you might feel a little stretch now on the inside of the left leg. But let's keep our left ab muscles strong. Now the right arm, maybe you can start to lift it up and then over. All right, so again, I have my hand here just as a friendly reminder. Squeeze, no twisting. Feel the legs still drawing in, belly button scooping up. Your left arm can extend down if that feels okay, but notice if your head is lifted up, or you can relax it towards the left shoulder. So you feel this length all along the right side. Squeezing out through the tummy, taking a few breaths in and out. Good, one more time. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lifting over. All right, release. Nice job. Come back to center, relax the arm down, kind of shake it out. Let's just go ahead and slightly tilt forward. So you have a couple choices. You can have the hands on the hips. You can have the hands on the chair and have it, basically in front of you, just as a safety precaution. If you're feeling steady in your balance, the last option is to bring your hands to a fist behind you. Squeeze the legs so they're strong, straighten through the spine as you pull the belly in, and start to subtly tilt forward. You don't have to come far, right? Your palms are still together. Try to lengthen your head away from your hips as you pull your belly in, trying to maximize the space along your spine as well as your hamstrings, the back of your legs. And still, of course, continuously breathing in and out. Don't forget about that. So take another nice long inhale, nice long exhale. All right, pull the tummy in, inhale all the way back up to standing. Separate the hands, bring the feet, the legs together. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Take a nice inhale, exhale. All right, we're gonna find warrior two. So you can adjust yourself how you need to stand. Having the chair in front of you is fine. What I'm gonna do is widen my feet. So notice I've got them much wider than the mat. Pick up the right toes, point them out. So knee and toe, bending in the same direction. Again, you can have the chair in front of you for that balance support. If you're seated, do the exact same thing. So I want you to pay attention to your feet for a second. Right toes, pointing to the side, knees going the same direction. My back toes, can you bring them in a little bit? So feeling like the heel is kicking back, but the knee, the hip, the toes are kind of all pointed in. So pull the belly in, just see, notice, again, the chair is there for you if you need it. As you bend your knee, squeeze the inner thighs in, maybe now start to reach the arms out. Again, holding onto the chair if you need to, but I want you to still feel energized. So you're not just kind of hanging out, but you're pulling your belly up, squeezing the inner thighs in, reaching the arms away. Now again, chair is always here if you want to have it beside you, all right? You can hold on to it. Otherwise, we're going to kick this up a little bit. We're going to reach forward. Now, can you bring your right arm down and your left arm, if it can come all the way up, or maybe it can come slightly forward. So what you're feeling now is a long line from the arm through the spine, the hip, all the way down to the foot. My right arm, if you need a little support, you can subtly bend the elbow, but don't sink into it. Otherwise, you have the arm just resting above the leg, belly is pulling in. And then again, feel if your right arm, it might just kind of hover above the leg, or it might be there, but your left arm is still reaching away. Maybe you can look up towards the left hand if it doesn't hurt the fingers. Take another breath in and out. All right, let's bring our arms back to center, straighten the spine, reach the arms out. Take another breath in here. Maybe bend the knee further. All right, release. Straighten it out for a second. Now, if you can, you might have to shorten your stance, but we're just going to switch to the other side. So again, just pivoting the feet to go the other way. Think again that your left toes now facing directly away from you. Your right toes are coming in a little bit. See if you can feel that knee and hip kind of coming forward a little bit. Now as we bend our left knee, still feel the inner thighs engage, belly pulls in, chair is there if you need it. If you're ready for that extra, reach the arms away. Now again, think about shoulders drawing down, belly button scooping in, and your foundation, your legs are still strong, like you're squeezing them together. So again, find that mindful breath in and out, through the nose, keeping it controlled. All right, now we're gonna find that little tilt. So maybe reach forward a little bit, the left arm comes down, whether you have the elbows slightly bent, the right arm comes up, and then maybe over. So a little bit of an extended side angle here. You're finding that straight line. Again, it doesn't have to be down far, but you wanna do this with safety, with strength. So even if you have your left elbow bent on the leg, try not to just collapse into it. Keep yourself supported, pulling your tummy in, squeezing your legs together, actively reaching for that right side body here, and maybe looking up towards the hand. Come back to your breathing. Always, always. Mindful inhale through the nose, squeezing the tummy, the glutes. Nice long exhale, reaching longer. One more breath, everybody. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, let's slowly come back to center. Straighten the arms, straighten the spine, squeeze the legs. One more breath in. All right, release. Straightening up, adjusting the feet. Carefully walk your feet back together. Take a nice recovery breath in your mountain pose. Exhaling. All right, we're going to do just a little bit more standing, and then we'll transition to the floor. But I'm going to encourage you to think about having, if you are seated, I'll give you some adjustments. If you are standing, I'm going to have you use your chair here. All right, so I'm going to have my chair with my left hand on it. I'm going to step forward on my right foot, and this time I'm going to have you slightly lunge. So bend your front knee and notice your back heel. Let the heel lift up a little bit. All right, so this is where we're at. You have your hand on the chair for that little bit of support. You only step as far forward as you still feel safe by bending that your back knee and hovering the heel off the floor. Now you got lots of choices. We stay here, or if you're feeling okay, maybe the right arm comes up. Again, listen to your body. You can shorten your stance. You can straighten up a little bit, but you're trying to embrace this lunge through your legs so you squeeze everything tight. We won't be here forever, I promise. If you're feeling really good, maybe play with covering the hand off the chair or just keep it down there. But if you're going for that last little bit of a push, both arms come up. Stay steady in your foundation, your breathing, maybe looking up with the eye gaze. Take another inhale, exhale. All right, let's bring our hand down, bring your feet together. Take a moment here. All right, so we're gonna try the other side. So I'm just gonna encourage you to bring the chair or walk over so that now that your right hand, inside hand is on the chair. And so now we're gonna switch it out, your left side. So I forgot to show you, if you're in the chair, sorry about that, you're basically just going to be doing this as best you can. Same idea, just getting that lunge, that openness in your hip. So I'm with you. All right, so right hand comes to the chair, left foot, outside foot steps forward. And again, you're starting to bend the knee. Your front knee is big of a stance as you feel safe as your back heel lifts. Now, this could be a different experience on this side. You might have some injuries that you're working with. So just go as safely down as you can. And again, not just hanging out here. This chair is just for that little bit of security. Now, if you're feeling good, back heel is lifted, front knee is bent, pull your belly button in, and maybe left arm comes up. All right, so again, this might be too much, and that's okay. You can have the hand on the hip. Steadying your breath, letting that be your guide. Mindful inhale and exhale, and only if you're feeling steady, exploring if you want to bring the right arm up. And it may not feel good once you lift it, so you can bring it down. But let's just take these last 2 breaths in here, wherever your high lunge, crescent lunge is. One more inhale, Exhale. All right, carefully release. Bring your hand back, bring your feet together. Find that quick moment to breathe in and out. All right, so let's do, watching the clock here. We'll have 2 more postures here. We will use our chair again for that one little bit of balancing. But I want us just to take a quick moment, stepping, I have the, if you want the chair, I'm gonna step my outside foot forward. This time my back foot is flat, but knees are pointed out. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, all right, so actually move the chair here. I'm so sorry. Math is hard, y'all. Rights and lefts. All right, so right foot is forward, hand is on the right chair, left foot is behind you flat. All right, now we don't have to have much of a bend in the knee, but a little bit is okay. We're gonna lengthen our left arm up. I want you to squeeze the belly, squeeze the legs, and then start to reach forward. And then if you can, bring your right arm down inside your right thigh. Left arm down, sorry. So, rights and lefts, y'all. Now, I want you just to observe a subtle twist. Maybe you can bring your hand to the outside of your leg, or maybe it comes to the chair. But your legs are squeezing in tight, and you're getting a little twisting through your whole spine. Tailbone to neck bone as you start to maybe look up a little bit. So take one more breath in. Squeeze the belly, breathing out, twisting, looking. All right, pull your belly in, lift yourself back up on the inhale, walk the feet together. All right, we're gonna transition to the other side. I've got it this time, I promise. All right, so as I step, my left hand's on the chair, my left foot, inside foot will step forward. The left toes facing forward, right toes pointed out a little bit. So again, front knee is bent slightly, squeezing up through the legs to the tummy. This time your right arm's gonna lift up. So try to get your spine long, there's no rounding, and then start to tilt from your hips. Try not to round the back. You just come down as safely as you can, and then just gently bring your arm down. Either press gently kind of into your thigh or your calf, but don't push it to the knee. Now squeeze your belly in and just see if you can twist a little bit more through the spine. Maybe the hand comes to the chair for a little bit of support, or maybe the hand just kind of comes outside the leg. But you're squeezing your legs in, pulling your tummy in, and then again, just feeling this subtle rotation through your entire spine. Starting to maybe look up towards the left shoulder, towards the ceiling, keeping your hips steady, finding your breath in and out. So one more inhale. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit, looking over. All right, let's release. Come back to center. Inhale, arm up, maybe, and then bring your feet together. Let the arms kind of relax for a second. Take another breath in and out. All right, we're gonna do 2 more postures here for real, and then we'll transition to the floor. I want us just to get one more sensation of rounding down. So your chair is here. I'm gonna give you some options. You can start with the hands like on the high part of the chair, relaxing the head. Maybe you work to bring your hands to the chair, the seated part, and relax the head. If you are seated or if you're feeling steady, try to reach down towards your feet. You can hang out here. You could grab opposite elbows, only if you're feeling steady. Try to relax the head. Try not to have any tension in the neck. Kind of shake the head out for a second. And again, just soften your breath. Inhale. Wherever you are, exhale. Just trying to fold down gently. One more time. Breathing in and out. All right, guide yourself. Pull your belly in. Inhale as you round all the way up. Let the shoulders relax down. So just always remember, when you come up to the lifted position after folded, don't be afraid if you're a little dizzy. Just take a few deep breaths in. All right, our last standing posture is going to be balancing. So in the chair, you're just going to work on that hip alignment and openness. For those of you standing, your chair is here. Your left hand has that chair for that support. Your weight's coming to your left leg, so don't be afraid to bend the knee and squeeze those leg muscles. Your right knee and toes are going to gently pivot out. Now you can stay here, balance, so you bring your hands to the hips. Make sure they're even, you're not sassing. This is our tree pose. If you're feeling steady, maybe lift the foot up a tiny bit. The toes can be right above the floor, right on it. Try not to sass the hips. The last place, if you're feeling steady, is to bring the foot up towards the calf, but not into the knee. So just right below the knee. Now you can keep the hands on the chair. If you are seated, you are doing basically the same thing. You're just kind of pointing your toes out. Now everybody, you can have the hands in your heart. You can keep a hand on the chair and maybe just reach one arm out, or if you're feeling steady, both hands out. But again, listen to your body. Try to slow your breath down, maintaining a strong standing leg, strong core. Take another big breath in and out. All right, let's release. So balance over both feet for a second, kind of relax the arms. Let's go over to the other side to finish this up. All right, so now weight is in the right leg, super strong leg. Right hand is on the chair. Baby step it, pointing the knees and toes out a little bit, kind of leveling your hips. This might be a side that you need to keep the foot down. Maybe on this side you can explore by lifting the foot up a little bit, maybe up to the calf a little bit higher, but again, don't press into your knee. You still want to have that squeezing, drawing the legs in together, pulling the belly button up. Right hand can stay on the chair, left arm can reach out, and both arms on this side reach out. Maybe you want to do a little blowing in the wind, because trees will do that. But again, just slow your breathing down. Try and relax the space in your neck, your jaw, your shoulders. Let's take one more mindful inhale. Exhale. All right, nice job. Balance over both feet. We're going to transition to the floor. Bring your hands together. Just give yourself a little bow. That's really hard, you know, and give yourself some gratitude. So we're going to transition. I'm going to set my chair aside. I'm going to change the angle of my camera and let you all find a quick minute to come to hands and knees onto tabletop, like so. All right. So let me just quickly rearrange the angle of my camera, and then we will, so you can kind of see what's happening on the floor. If I can get my camera together without anything falling. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so don't be afraid of water, right? It's a really deep angle. All right, so let me scoop my mat up. What you guys are going to do next is our cat-cow breathing. All right, so once you come onto hands and knees, and again, don't be afraid to run and grab a towel or a folded blanket to put under your knees, just if it starts to hurt. You don't want to be so uncomfortable that it's painful, right? All right, so we're going to come on the tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees are under hips, a few cat-cow breaths. So just remember, it's arching, squeezing the muscles in the back, and then rounding, squeezing the muscles in the belly. So you can stretch the front and then stretch the back. All right, so come to your tabletop. Breathing in nice and strong. So let's inhale, tilt the chin up. Now I want you to shush out of your teeth. Exhale, shh. Round the spine, pull the tummy. Let's do that again. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, shh. Rounding out the spine. One more time. Inhale, arch the back, and then exhale, shh. Round the spine. All right, come back to neutral for a second. Let's explore thread the needle. So you're going to reach your right arm up, and then you're going to gently thread it underneath your left arm and try to relax your right ear towards the floor. So this is just a holding posture, a little twist to kind of stretch out the shoulder. Your left hand can reach forward. Again, sliding a pillow under here will help if you can't quite get the ground. But you want to just feel this subtle twisting in your spine, opening, stretching through your shoulders, your neck, still breathing in nice and controlled. So one more inhale, exhale. I'm going to support, make sure my left hand is near my shoulder. Big inhale, reach the right arm up, and then set it down. Let's try the other side. So inhale, left arm reaches up, and again, spreading it underneath your right arm this time, allowing your left ear shoulder to float to the floor. And your right hand, you know, it might feel better to reach it forward or just keep it beside your shoulder. But again, softening through this twist. Nice and easy here. Relaxing the left ear, left shoulder down. Try not to have any tension as best you can. Take another breath in and out. All right, one more time, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. All right, bring the right hand to support you. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and then exhale, bring it back down. So give yourself a moment here, maybe kind of, I like to kind of topple this out. All right, so we're going to, let's go ahead and just sneak in a child's pose just to recover for a second. Sit your hips back, and again, pillow can, blanket come underneath your hips. Try to relax your head towards the floor. If it's too far, you can always bring some fists up. Just trying to relax into this. So just visualize softness. As you soften your hips to the feet, relax your shoulders, soften them away from your ears. Trying to truly surrender into this posture as best you can. So a couple more breaths in and out. Trying to slow your breathing down mindfully. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, inhale, round back up. So we'll do a couple of strengthening postures. If you can, stay on your knees. Again, you can always slide a pillow under there to protect your knees, but we're gonna try how far I can get back. Let me show you what this is just it's called camel, and it's a sew back knit. So you're gonna be on your knees, you can watch for a second. Hands are gonna come just with the wrist at the waistline. Fingers are gonna be down. Think about squeezing your glutes together as you relax your head back. And then just start to look up to the ceiling and then start to look across the ceiling. So keep the hips forward. You can go ahead and try this. Hands are under the under the waist right there. Knees are about hip width distance apart. Keep thinking hips forward, chest up as you relax the head back. Just a few breaths here. You're trying to strengthen the back of your spine as you open the front of your spine. So shoulders relax back. Notice we'll have to go far. Take another breath in and out. Relax the head. All right, come back to center. Give yourself a moment. If you need to sit the hips back on a child's pose. All right, so that was, again, camel. The opposite of that, I'm going to encourage you to watch first. So it's the opposite way is what we'll be doing. So from the side, I'll show you. I'm going to try to sit my hips down towards my feet and grab hold of my feet. So I'm just kind of grabbing with my fingers, grabbing the bottoms of my feet, or get as close as you can. Now this is what you'll want to watch the first time. You're going to pull your belly in really tight. As you exhale, try to come into a little ball. So the goal is to maybe have your head come to the floor or to a blanket. You're not going to shift forward. You're going to pull your belly in, and then just see if you can start to cover your hips off your feet. Again, it doesn't take much, so let me just guide you through that. So again, you're sitting on your heels, fingers reach for the feet, belly pulls in, and then as you exhale, tuck the chin, you ground into a little ball. Maybe the forehead finds the legs, maybe the top of the head finds the floor. Try not to look side to side. As you squeeze your belly, your hips can cover a little bit. But again, no pressure in the head. Squeeze the tummy, press the shins down, and just breathing into that intense opening you're feeling all along your spine, back side of the body. So one more breath in, squeeze the belly, lifting the hips as you breathe out. All right, carefully release, everybody. Inhale, come up. Oh man, that was fun, right? Let's just see if we can transition to sit down on our butt for a second. All right. So that was, I mean, those are really intense spine movements. So it's just, again, trying to think arching, opening, rounding, stretching. Yeah, so get some fun chances with that. Before we move on, let's just do a quick twist. You can sit cross-legged if that feels good to you. Bring your hands to your right side. So my right hand's on the floor, left hand finds the right leg. Squeeze to the belly, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, just slowly start to twist and roll the shoulder. One more time, big breath in, breath out to stay a little further. All right, let's transition and go the other way. Taking it nice and easy, left hand on the floor, right hand to the left leg. Scoop your belly in, let your spine get long as you inhale, and then exhale, just start to subtly twist, looking over your shoulder. Another big breath in. Exhale, twist a little further. All right, let's release. As you come to center, let's unwind that twist. Let's inhale, reach up, and then exhale. I just want you to start to round down, like bring your hands to the floor, maybe you walk them out in front of you, try to relax the head down. Feeling your hips still pressed to the ground. Giving yourself a couple moments to breathe in and out. All right, let's inhale, come back up. All right, so I want to do, try to remember if I did this last time, eagle arms. All right, so this is going to help us with our tightness in the shoulders. So we got to take this real slow. We're going to bring the right hand in front of us, palm up. Left hand's gonna come across to make that X. All right, so I know I've done this before, but we're gonna just explore it. So start with the elbows bending and the hands come to the shoulders. Always remember this is a good place to stop. If you have space, or if it can go a little further, you can start by just bringing the hands up to meet. Backs of the hands might touch, but keep your thumbs to your face. And if you have more ranges of motion there, get a really tight twist on the elbows. And as you bring your hands up, backs of the hands still facing, cross at the wrists. So clap at yourself. Means you're doing it. All right, so again, just kind of see where you're at, where you need to be. We're all gonna sit up tall and draw the elbows down. So pull the belly in, observing how the shoulders still coming down the back with the elbows drop down. Take another breath here. Now, last part, if you want a little deeper stretch, start to lift the elbows, arms up, but still draw the shoulders down. So elbows drawing forward, shoulders drawing back. Just take another breath in and out. All right, release for a second. Shake that out. So it's so good, especially if you notice you're starting to droop kind of round forward. So we just need to, again, just try to help counterbalance that. There it is. All right, other side. So left arm's going to come down first, right? Palm is up, right arm crosses. So let's stair step this. You just want to make sure that you aren't doing the same thing 2 times. All right, so other arms on the bottom. Maybe baby step it with the hands to the shoulders. Just be tighter on this side. Maybe you want to go up a tiny bit further to feel like, okay, what's happening with my arms? And that deeper expression, I got to get a tightness on my elbows as I bring my hands up, remember back to the hands, and just cross at the wrist. So you're clapping at yourself, thumbs to the face. All right, so here we are. Shoulders down, elbows down, chest is open, feeling a little tightness with compression. That's normal. All right, we're just going to keep breathing through it. Another big inhale. Exhale. All right, and if you're ready for that last part, the final extension is to draw the arms slightly forward, keep drawing the shoulders back. And again, just kind of softly stare to your forearms for a second. Taking another moment here to breathe, shoulders down, elbows forward, squeeze the tummy, one more breath in and out. Release, bring the arms down, shake it out for a second. That can be kind of fun there. All right, so let's just do a little bit of our leg stretching. Right leg comes out, so I've got my foot kind of flexed to the side. Left foot comes in. Go ahead and bring your torso to face your leg. Bring the arms up. And if you're sitting down, I encourage you to bend up your knee and then try to bring your fingers under your foot, tuck your chin, get your forehead to your knee. Notice how that feels. You might not be able to straighten the leg out to keep your fingers under your foot and your forehead to your knee. And that's okay. Just think about drawing the left shoulder down so they're even, keeping the left hip planted. Just give yourself a moment here to breathe. Just try to explore where this is at. If you're feeling good, even with the knee bent, you can start to fold the elbows down. And just pretending like you are flexing your toes to your face. Another breath in and out. All right, inhale, come all the way back up. All right, let's just switch it out. So left foot's gonna come out. Right foot's going to come in. So notice you don't want to face forward. You actually want to face your leg. All right, bending at the knee a little bit. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, just sitting. Bending your knee, tucking the chin. Put the fingers underneath your foot, forehead to the knee. Just kind of explore this side for a few moments. Just, again, maintaining forehead to knee, fingers underneath the foot. Try to keep the shoulders even. That left shoulder tends to pipe down. So just even them out. Right hip plants down, belly still pulls in. So as you take your time here, slowing your breathing down, just let your body slowly start to open up. And inhale and exhale. So one more time, big breath in and out. All right, carefully release, bring the body back up. Bring your legs in front of you. So we'll do kind of the legs together stretch. So we're going to bend our knees, tilt forward, grabbing your feet or your big toes, pull the chest through and just see what happens. You might not be able to straighten the legs. Maybe you can straighten the legs a little further and you can bring the belly back to the thighs. So think about lengthening your lower back. So uncurling the tailbone slightly, pulling the tummy in as you breathe in and out. Good. So one more time. Inhale, exhale. All right, we're going to gently come up. So we're going to do some movements lying on our tummy, and then we'll flip over and lie on our back. All right, so we'll give you guys a minute to just transition. Doesn't have to be graceful, but we're going to work to bring our hands to the floor, and as safely as you can, lower your whole body down. All right, so you don't always, again, have to be smooth here, but this is our cobra pose. And as you're transitioning, I'll just talk to you. This is lower spine strength. It's going to work to get you up. So I always say, don't push with the hands, but drive yourself up with that lower back strength. So everybody bend your elbows, bring your hands really tight underneath your body, underneath your shoulders. Try to squeeze the legs together and press the tops of your feet down. So you want to imagine that lower spine strength right above the tailbone, pull the tummy in, and then start to see if that lower spine strength can lift you up. Now, if you notice you're pushing mindlessly, cover your hands for just a second and then lightly press them down to the floor as you squeeze your lower back to lift you up. You don't have to come up high, but this is lower spine strength. Inhaling, press the feet down, exhaling, and be lifting up. Take your shoulders forward. Let your eye gaze lift up. One more time. Breathing in, squeeze that lower back space. Exhale, lifting. Okay, release for a second. Bring your left ear down if you're lying down. Looking to the side for a moment. Just take a nice breath in and out. All right, now let's just do one more variation of that. So our hands were tight this time. We're going to bend our elbows out, and you can separate your feet a little bit. So I'm making basically like goalpost arms with my hands, my arms, having about 90 degrees. Now we're still going to use that lower spine strength. So pull the tummy in, press the feet down to the floor. As you inhale, squeeze, then start to lift your chin up a little bit. All right, now here I'm still using my lower spine strength. My arms can support me. Press the hands down, maybe lift up a little bit, but no tension in the lower back. So if it starts to hurt, you can lower it. But I'm using that lower spine strength to help support me, to lift me up. And if you can, maybe you reach the arms out and squeeze the lower back, shoulders together, pull the tummy in, and then lie down. Let's do that one more time. So again, my elbows are at 90 degrees. I'm making a little goalpost. Press the tops of the feet down, pull the belly in, the lower back space there to strengthen, and then start to lift up. So again, you just go where you still feel strong in your lower spine, opening a little bit in the chest, maybe walking the hands forward a little bit, supporting you to lift you up. Again, no tension here, it's strength. You're working this last chance if you want. Then the arms to lift you up. All right, gently release. Let's lower down, maybe look the other way for a second. Take a nice big breath in and out. All right, so now we're going to transition to roll over and lie on our back. So again, you do as safely as you need to. I'll give you a moment here, however you want to transition. All right, and then I'm going to just flip around so that you can kind of still see what I'm doing. Let's start as soon as you're ready, lying down with your knees bent and your feet flat. So I have my palms just resting outside my hips to the floor. I want to have my feet as close as I can walk them, but they're flat to the ground, just outside the hips, and make sure that your feet aren't wide. So kind of have them right underneath the knee bones, in line with the hip bones. Relax your head to the floor. Think about squeezing your glutes, your buttocks, and then start to drift your hips a little off the floor. So they don't have to come up high, but I want to explore the openness, the space you're creating along your thighs, your hips, maybe opening again through the belly. And you can transition. You can lower the hips down, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up. So you can kind of play with it, make it more dynamic. So bring the hips down, and then exhale, squeeze, lift up. So let's just do that 2 more times if you want. Otherwise, you can hold it. Exhale, lift up a little. All right, one more time. Bring it down. And then let's lift it up. Everybody hold it. Just 2 breaths here. Just, again, feeling that space along your hip flexors, your quads. Another breath in and out. And then gently release. Hips down. I want you to hug your right leg in. We're going to do one leg at a time. So just bring up your right knee and give it a hug. See if it feels okay just to draw that leg in. Breathing in and out, getting a nice compression in the hip. One more time, inhale. Exhale. All right, let's switch it out. Left knee is bent, and you're gonna hug that leg in. And again, just see how this side is different. It's all gonna feel different, so don't get mad at it. Just acknowledge it. And a breath in and out. All right, now bring both feet flat, and then if you can, you have choices. Do one leg at a time, or maybe try both legs. So you can come back to doing one leg. I'll kind of give you that halfway mark to switch. But if you're going for both knees, can you grab the legs? Maybe you can interlace the hands to a fist. Maybe you can grab opposite wrists. But just keep your feet side by side. Try to feel your whole spine getting closer to the floor as you hug your legs in. Now, if you have one leg at a time, go ahead and switch to the left. Everybody try to relax the shoulders down. And again, just observing if you can get a tighter hug, that tighter compression through the hips, nice and safely. To breathe in and out, releasing that tension in your spine. So one more time, inhale, exhale. All right, carefully bring your feet flat to the floor. Let's just do a gentle twist, letting your knees fall together to the left. Maybe we'll pop in there. If they come to the floor, great. If not, if they have the cover, that's fine. Maybe if you can, you might be steady here, or you can start to reach your right arm out. So right arm is reaching the opposite direction with the legs, and you're looking towards the right hand. Just feeling that sensation of the hip opening, the spine twisting, mindfully breathing in and out. Good, one more time. Big breath in, big breath out. Scoop your belly in. Let's let our legs come back to center. Get your feet flat, neutral out the spine. Let's try the other way. So now the knees are gently floating towards the right. Maybe they come all the way. Maybe they have to cover. But get stable, get safe there. And then we're going to start to maybe bring the left arm out. And again, you don't have to cover. You just want to feel some safeness here, I guess, safety, as you just observe what's happening as you gently rotate and twist subtly. So again, just a couple more breaths in and out. So one more time, inhale, exhale. All right, let's draw our belly button in. Carefully come back to center. Feet are flat, knees are still bent. And I'm gonna try and encourage you to do a one-legged happy baby, and we can try both. So right knee is gonna bend up, but this time take your right hand. I'm gonna go like inside my knee and then try to reach for the pinky edge of my foot. So your left leg can stay right as it is. You can straighten it out for a different sensation, but this is getting into your right hip. Just kind of explore. You can bring your foot up higher. And you may have to just grab your leg if you can't quite get to the foot. Just kind of feel that right hip for a second. Just play with it as you lift it up and down. Carefully breathing into your hip. All right, let's release. Bring both feet flat. And then we'll try the other side. So left knee bends, grabbing hold with the left hand towards your foot, calf, whatever you can get. I extended my other leg out, so I'm gonna bring my right leg straight. If that doesn't feel good, you can always have a little bend in it. Always be safe. But again, just say hello to your left hip now. And again, exploring, bringing the foot up a little bit, down a little bit. Again, just kind of feeling where you're at here. And breathing. All right, now as you release, bringing both feet up, knees are bent. I'm gonna invite you to do the one at a time, okay? Or if you're feeling steady from both feet, our happy baby posture. So one leg if you need to, or both feet if you can. Notice arms are inside the knees, but then reach towards the ankles, maybe towards the edge of the foot. And this might be enough. You could explore by gently rocking side to side, just very subtly, just letting the earth kind of massage your back. And you can have the choice to have the feet low, or maybe it feels different to you when you bring the feet high, and you just kind of do that little rocky thing. Maybe, maybe not. But just again, Let your body kind of come into that awareness for a second. Softly breathing in and out as you breath in time, so don't talk too long. All right, I want to do one more hip stretch just for you for fun. So let's bring our feet flat, and then we're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left. All right, so from this point, you can already say, I'm good, I'm feeling my hip. If you want a little bit more, take your hands and grab for your left thigh. So I'm pretending like I'm gonna hug that leg in, and this is where you can start to experience that right thigh. I press my elbow, my right elbow and my right thigh kind of into each other, kind of get a little activation. Maybe that doesn't feel good, you don't have to do that. Maybe you want to extend your left leg up, or hamstring as you're doing that right hip. And you can point, you can flex, you can circle. Just do this stretch with some kindness to yourself, some awareness of your hip, but just how the rest of the body is doing. Okay, just give yourself a couple moments here to breathe. Just kind of seeing, drawing in fuller, tighter, or maybe not. Just again, slowing your breath down to help you through this. So one more time, mindful inhale, exhale. All right, carefully release. Both feet come down to the floor. Ooh, that kind of wakes up that right hip. Let's try the other side. So left knee will guide the foot up to the right thigh. Okay, now this might be good. Maybe you start to reach for your right thigh with both hands. Maybe you can cup the fingers behind the leg. And again, it's okay if the knee has to come up, but again, just listen to your body. If it starts to be painful, it's beyond stretching, you can back it off. All right, it's all about just observing where you are today. And again, I like to press my left elbow and thigh into each other, kind of wake it up. If that doesn't feel good, don't do it. All right, and if you just try to do effort for effort if you can, extending maybe your right leg up, maybe pointing your legs. But give yourself a few moments here, just kind of breathe into that, observing how your body speaks differently to you on each side, because we all have these imbalances, but you're just here to kind of explore your body, kind of be mindful as you go about your day to try to help balance things out, day in and day out. And just again, always coming to that connection of your breathing. Mindful inhale, exhale. So one more time, big breath in and out. All right, let's gently release. Right foot comes down, left foot comes down. If you can, try to find a supine butterfly. So your feet will be connected, they're down on the floor, and knees will just kind of fall out. So intense opening, you don't have to have your feet close to the body, they can be further out. So I'm gonna put it just so I can show you. You are lying down, but your feet are connected and your knees are flopping apart. So just observe here for a moment as you breathe in and out. Now you can stay like this with your legs, or you can start to extend your legs out, softening into your final resting pose. The last 2 minutes of class are always dedicated to your meditation, your time to just explore your breathing, your body. But the hardest thing to do is to get out of your head. All right, so you just want to get yourself comfortable. I encourage you to stay lying down. You can close your eyes. But get yourself comfortable so you can avoid as much fidgeting or movement as possible. So begin by wherever your legs are bent or extending out. Try to find that softness in your feet. Try to absorb with your breath any tension that is created around the toes, through the feet, through the heels, to the ankles. But as you exhale, try to let that tension melt out. So take another deep belly breath in, observing the tension, the tightness maybe that goes up through your legs, your calves to your knees. But as you exhale, try to release and soften through that space. Taking your slow breaths in and out, observing the remaining areas of your legs, your thighs, front, backside, up through your hips. Recognizing that you're going to have tightness, you're going to have sensations of discomfort, but you are here to just observe absorb your body and to try to release, to surrender into the softness as best you can. So take a mindful inhale, again, absorbing all the energy through your legs, exhaling, letting it melt out. As you breathe in, notice your torso. If you're lying down or even seated, how does your back feel on the floor? Feeling that natural curve in your lower back and back of the neck, resting on the ground, feeling your ribs soften onto the floor. Maybe you're sitting up, just feeling your body start to surrender and release some tension. Feeling the ribs expand as you inhale, feeling the belly rise up. Exhale, feeling it all come back together. As you continue to breathe, absorbing how your shoulders are finding softness. Let them cascade down and back. Let the sensation of softness come down through your arms, all the way through your elbows, out your wrists, out your fingers, just letting again all that tightness start to surrender out. As you breathe in again, just notice how your neck feels. Can you let go of tension? Try to release your jaw, your teeth. Giving yourself a couple more moments again to breathe in and out. Try to feel the forehead soften. All those tiny muscles in your skull just releasing any sort of tension that might be in there. And I want you again just to come back always to your breath. Taking a few mindful inhales, exhales. As you're continuing to accept the challenge of body stillness and softness, trying to recognize the softness that you can find in your body physically as well as your mind. So if you are struggling to not think, to try to avoid thinking of errands to run or situations that happened or haven't happened, give yourself permission to try and be as still as possible in your thoughts. So you can repeat mantras to yourself, just simple phrases to help bring more stillness to the mind, calmness to the mind. So I'll give you a few. Continue with your guided breathing. Belly breath, inhale, lifting, exhale, lowering. Try to keep those breaths slow and controlled. So just a quick mantra you could tell yourself if you're struggling to find some phrase, some word that brings you peace or calmness. You can say to yourself, I will not hesitate. I will just do what I need to do. So again, as you breathe in, tell yourself, I will not hesitate. I will just do what I need to do. So take another breath or two on that. In and out. Another phrase you could tell yourself, I will accept what I cannot control. So say that again to yourself. If you're breathing in, I will accept what I cannot control. So hard. Take another mindful breath in and out. Here's another one you can tell yourself. With every deep breath I take, I feel myself becoming more calm. So breathing in, acknowledging the breath. I will, with every breath I take, I feel myself becoming more calm. So again, you can just simply say the word calm or calmness to yourself as you breathe in and out. Another phrase you can tell yourself as you breathe in, I accept myself as I am. Say that again, I accept myself just as I am. And if ever you're feeling struggled, you're not feeling worthy enough, another mantra you can tell yourself, I have done more than enough today. Sometimes it's okay to give yourself a break. So again, give yourself another mindful breath in. Whatever phrase that you need to tell yourself, exhaling, letting go of negativity, tension, stress, So again, breathing in that love, that calmness, breathing out, surrendering to your experience. So give yourself a moment. I will end this session just with that phrase that yogis love to tell our students. We love to hear back, that Sanskrit word that just simply means I honor you, I thank you. So namaste, everybody. We will see you next time.